Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I'm super thankful right now because Edward Cheserek of Oregon brought home the 1,460th individual national title in Pac-12 history and became the first freshman ever in Oregon cross-country history to win the Natty. Here we go, Edward. You're a stud. Go Ducks. We're proud to be joined by the national champion, the first freshman to ever win the national championship in cross country at Oregon, Edward Cheserek. Thanks for coming on.
Quack, quack.
You're welcome.
Now, what's it feel like to be the first freshman ever in the storied history of Oregon cross country to win a national championship?
It feels really, really good for me. I was excited about what I did.
And you were out racing in Terre Haute, Indiana. I heard it was very cold out there. How tough was it to run in the rough weather conditions?
It was really tough for me, man. I ran 2010 NXN. It was the same thing with NXN, but the wind over there was crazy, blowing towards my base, and I struggled, man, to get out of it.
Now, you were running ahead of the pack with Kennedy Katuka from Texas Tech for the second leg of the race, and he hadn't lost a collegiate race in his entire life. What do you think was going through his head when he saw you blow past him and then end up winning by 18 seconds?
I think what I was thinking going in his mind was like, man, let it win, because I tried to pass him and test a little bit if he still has to come with me, but he didn't come. So, and I was like, okay, I gotta go.
What were you thinking at the very end when you knew you had the race won and you're going to be the first freshman ever to win the national championship?
I was just thinking like, I got it and I'm excited, take the winning time to Eugene,
Now being in Eugene at Oregon, Tracktown USA, I'm sure you've heard of the legend Steve Prefontaine and all the great things he did when he was running there. You did something that even he couldn't do. He won 3 national championships, but he didn't do it in his freshman year. What's that like?
To me, it's really good, and when I was reading a story about those guys, I was like, man, one day I will be like these guys, and then I have to follow their footsteps.
Now I see too, you're breaking a ton of records. You're in the first time in 25 years that a cross-country runner has won the high school national championship and then the NCAA national championship in back-to-back years. First person to do it since Bob Kennedy of Indiana back in 1988. How great does that feel?
It feels great, I can't even explain, man. I was happy and everybody was happy, especially my teammates and my friends, coaches, and everybody else.
And now everyone calls you by your nickname, King Cheserek. How do you like that nickname?
It's really, it's fun. I don't mind. It's so long as it's good, man. People call me like that. I will appreciate when those guys call me that.
I'm going to ask you a couple of trivia questions here and see what you know about the legendary Oregon track program. So there's been 4 people. We mentioned Steve Prefontaine earlier, winning 3 national championships. How many individual national championships in men's cross country has Oregon won? Is it A5, B6, or C7?
I'll say 7.
Close. They've won 6. It was B6. The second most in NCAA history. Washington State actually has the record with 7. So you got to win one more next year, and you'll tie up Washington State Cougars.
Hopefully.
How many individual national titles has men's cross country won in the history of the Pac-12 conference? Is it A21, B22, or C23?
23.
That is right, C23. 5 national championships, individual national championships for the Pac-12 since 2002. You won the first one for Oregon since 2008. Just a huge accomplishment and a very rare feat. And Edward, we're so proud of you, happy for you to be the national champion, and couldn't be happier to have you on the show. Thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you, man.
How awesome is King Cheserek? Just running, winning national championships in the cold of Indiana. It's cold right now in the Stats Cave, so I'm wearing the Oregon gloves. Make sure you read more about Edward Cheserek on pac-12.com. Hit me up on Twitter at Ryan McGrady. Let's talk stats. Let's talk Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. All hail King Cheserek. Oh! Quack, 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 quack. Thanksgiving, turkey, 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 turkey. I want to go watch all the Mighty Ducks movies now.